Hello friends, name remains Tunde Bujuarumokutu. I'm an architect, I'm also a project manager. You can say I wear two hats. And so I feel I'm competent to talk about this particular point. What value does a project manager bring into a project where an architect exists? Whoa. So let's look at the role of the architect. Essentially, the architect is there as a designer, the master craftsman, the artist, the one that sculpts the building together. So essentially, the architect's role is for design and quality of the design to make sure that the end user, or so-called the sponsor of the endeavor, appreciates that work. Then the project manager on the other, because we know every project has a beginning and at an ending. And so the project manager comes in there to ensure that that process or that particular project has that start time and finish time. And he wants to make sure that all that needs to be done is done within the time that's been agreed. So if the project is for a year, it must be completed in a year, unless something goes wrong that is outside the control of all the parties involved. So in project management parlance, we'll say the project manager deals with the triple constraints of time, cost, and scope, quality. And in all of this, the three things cannot move without having an impact on his performance as a project manager. So the project manager then basically ensures that he meets the triple constraints, requirements, while the architect gets the design completed and he sees that the quality of the design is met. So to that question, does a project manager have a role? Yes, the project manager has a role, but it depends on the requirements and the scope. In a small project, you're building a house for a young family or something, you don't want to go into that expense of engaging a project manager. When you're talking about a medium to large scale project, is where you need a project manager, because there's so many aspects that come into the equation, so many competing interests, so many role players. The project manager needs to make sure it looks at critically to ensure that the project that's got a start time can finish in a good time. When the project does not finish in the time that's been agreed, then obviously it's considered a failed endeavor. The architect plays his role on one hand, he sees to the quality of the building and design, but the project manager ensures that the building is completed in good time, within the budget's been set, and it meets the quality that's been agreed. A fairly sizable project will require a project manager for it to be completed in the terms or the agreed time and the budget that has been set